morning light catches the stone facades of Milan, casting long shadows across the paving stones where the first movement of the day begins. Here, the air carries a distinct chill, and the street responds with a heavy, textured layering of fur that appears as a natural extension of the city's architecture. You see it immediately in the way a vintage mink coat swings against a backdrop of moving trams, or how a contemporary shearling collar frames a face hurried toward the metro. These are not costumes. They are functional choices for a Tuesday morning in January. The weight of the material is evident in every stride, moving with a grounded, rhythmic pace that matches the flow of the sidewalk. The texture of the fur contrasts sharply against the cold iron of the streetlights and the smooth glass of the storefronts. It is a consistent, visible reality of the Milanese winter, where the past and the present occupy the same narrow walkway. The sidewalk near the Duomo serves as an immediate stage for the heavy, floor-length fur coat. A woman walks toward the crosswalk, the hem of her vintage sable brushing against the stone as she maintains a steady, purposeful pace. This is the baseline of the Milanese winter, a garment that provides total insulation against the damp wind blowing off the piazza. The fur moves as a singular mass, dense and light-absorbing, contrasting with the polished leather boots striking the ground below. Nearby, others wait for the light to change, their own silhouettes defined by the volume of their outerwear. There is no hesitation in the movement. The coat is treated with the same utility as a raincoat, a necessary barrier between the wearer and the elements. The sheer scale of the garment establishes the visual dominance of fur in this specific urban climate. From across the street, the profile of the crowd reveals the variety of textures currently occupying the pavement. A group of commuters passes a newsstand, their shoulders softened by thick shearling and fox-trim hoods. Seen from the side, the depth of the pile is unmistakable, adding a layer of physical dimension to the human flow. The way the light hits the tips of the fur reveals a subtle sheen that shifts with every step taken. One individual carries a large tote bag, the strap burying itself into the soft volume of a fur shoulder. This angle confirms that the style is not restricted to a single silhouette, but adapts to the practical needs of the morning rush. The interaction between the soft material and the rigid metal of the nearby bike racks emphasizes the tactile reality of the scene. Repetition defines the visual landscape as three different women cross the same intersection, each wearing a variation of the fur aesthetic. One opts for the structured look of a vintage Persian lamb, while another wears a modern, oversized faux fur bomber. The third follows with a classic shearling-lined coat turned inside out. This sequence proves that the presence of fur is not an isolated incident but a widespread behavioral pattern. The garments appear in a spectrum of natural tone screens, deep browns, and charcoal grays that blend into the neutral palette of the city's historic district. As they walk in parallel, the collective movement of the fur creates a wave of texture that softens the hard lines of the urban environment. It is a recurring visual theme that confirms the title's claim through sheer frequency. The yellow tram tracks of Milan provide a structural frame for a woman in a mid-thigh fur coat waiting at a stop. Behind her, the blurred movement of a passing tram highlights the stillness of her pose as she checks her watch. The architectural details of the surrounding buildings, with their ornate balconies and heavy wooden doors, provide the necessary cultural anchor. This specific garment belongs to this specific street, matching the perceived weight and history of the stone surroundings. The fur does not look out of place against the backdrop of a centuries-old cafe. Instead, it looks like a continuation of the city's aesthetic logic. The juxtaposition of the soft, organic material against the industrial iron of the tram lines solidifies the location. It is a scene that could only happen in the heart of the Lombard capital. Close enough to see the individual strands, the fur reacts to the movement of the wind at a street corner. As a pedestrian turns the corner, the breeze lifts the edges of a long-haired goatskin coat, revealing the movement within the material itself. You can see the density of the undercoat and the way the longer guard hairs catch the sunlight. This is the literal evidence of the trend, the physical properties of the fur providing warmth and visual interest. The material interacts with other fabrics, like the wool of a scarf or the denim of a pair of trousers, creating a multi-layered look that is characteristic of the season. The weight of the coat is visible in the way it drapes over the frame, swaying slightly with the momentum of the walk. Every fiber contributes to the overall proof of the street's current condition. woman hurries across a cobblestone street, her fur coat billowing slightly behind her. The speed of her walk allows the camera to capture how fur behaves under kinetic pressure. It does not cling like synthetic fabrics. It holds its shape while swinging from the shoulders. The heavy hem kicks out with every stride, revealing a glimpse of the silk lining inside. This movement illustrates the transition from vintage elegance to modern street power, as the coat is used for a quick, athletic pace rather than a slow promenade. The contrast between the luxury of the fur and the rapid, everyday movement of the pedestrian creates a dynamic visual. It shows that these high-value garments are fully integrated into the fast-paced life of the city. The street is the laboratory where the durability of the style is tested. Walking past a glass storefront, a woman in a plush fur jacket is reflected alongside the modern mannequins inside. The difference is stark. The living, breathing version of the style on the sidewalk possesses a weight and vitality that the static display lacks. On the street, the fur is ruffled by the air and compressed by the straps of a backpack, showing the signs of real-world use. Other pedestrians pass by in standard wool overcoats or nylon puffers, and their presence only serves to highlight the distinct visual impact of the fur. The fur stands out not because it is bright, but because its texture is so fundamentally different from everything else in the frame. It claims a different kind of space on the sidewalk, demanding more visual attention through its volume and depth. The sheer volume of fur on the Via Mont Napoleon reaches a saturation point as multiple generations pass each other. An older woman in a traditional mink coat walks past a younger person wearing a bright, shaggy faux fur vest over a hoodie. This interaction proves the vintage-to-street trajectory mentioned in the title. Both individuals use the material to navigate the cold, but their styling choices reflect different eras of the same cultural habit. The camera captures them in the same frame, creating a visual bridge between the past and the present. The street remains the common denominator, a neutral ground where these different expressions of fur coexist. The continuity of the material across age groups reinforces its status as a permanent fixture of the Milanese wardrobe. The focus shifts to the smaller applications of fur that populate the street. A man walks by with a fur-lined parka, the trim framing his face in a dense halo of coyote fur. Another woman carries a fur clutch tucked under her arm, the texture matching the collar of her coat. These details show that the trend permeates every level of the outfit, from the primary garment to the smallest accessory. Even the shoes on the pavement occasionally feature fur trim peeking out from the tops of boots. These consistent details act as anchors for the overall theme, proving that the style is thorough and intentional. It is not just about the big coats. It is about a pervasive aesthetic that values the warmth and texture of fur in all its forms. The repetition of these details across different subjects creates a cohesive visual narrative. a busy pedestrian crossing, the sheer frequency of fur becomes the primary subject. In a single wide shot, 5 or 6 instances of fur outerwear can be counted within the moving crowd. This scale of adoption proves that the title is not hyperbole, but a documented reality of the city. The variety of colors from natural silver fox to dyed emerald green shows the breadth of the trend's reach. The crowd moves as a single entity, but the patches of fur provide distinct focal points that draw the eye across the frame. This density of the style suggests a communal response to the winter season, where fur is the preferred medium for both protection and expression. The camera remains at eye level, allowing the viewer to feel the same sense of being surrounded by the trend. The way people occupy their fur coats speaks to a long-standing familiarity with the garment. A woman leans against a stone pillar while waiting for a friend, her hands buried deep in the oversized pockets of her shearling. She isn't posing for a photo. She is simply existing within the warmth of the coat. Another person adjusts their collar to block the wind, a gesture that is purely functional. This behavior signals that fur is treated as a practical tool for urban living rather than a precious heirloom. The ease with which the subjects move, sit, and wait in these heavy garments proves their integration into daily life. There is no preciousness in the way the fur touches the public benches or brushes against the stone walls. It is a working part of the city's winter uniform. The gray, overcast sky of Milan provides the perfect lighting to showcase the insulating properties of fur. As the temperature drops in the late afternoon, more collars are turned up and more coats are buttoned to the chin. The visual evidence of the cold, visible breath of the pedestrians. The gloved hence justifies the presence of the heavy textures. The fur provides a visual warmth that counters the cool tones of the concrete and metal. You can see the wind catching the fur on a long coat as a woman walks toward a subway entrance, the material providing a barrier against the draft. This section anchors the fashion choice in a specific temporal and climatic reality. The style is a direct response to the environment, making it a logical and necessary part of the street scene. The sun begins to set, hitting the street at an angle that illuminates the texture of a massive, shaggy faux fur coat worn by a young man. The light catches every individual fiber, creating a glowing silhouette against the darkening street. This is the peak of the street trend power, mentioned in the title bold, high volume, and impossible to ignore. He walks with a confident, wide stride, the coat moving with a heavy sway that commands the space around him. Around him, the city continues its frantic evening pace, but the visual impact of the garment creates a moment of focus. The contrast between the ancient street and this modern, aggressive use of texture represents the current evolution of Milanese style. It is the definitive proof of the trend's contemporary energy. As the workday ends, the presence of fur becomes even more normalized as people head toward bars for an aperitivo. Coats are draped over chairs at outdoor tables, the fur spilling over the sides and touching the pavement. In this context, the fur is just another part of the evening ritual, as common as the glasses on the tables. A woman walks her dog while wearing a hip-length fur jacket, the casual nature of the errand stripping away any remaining sense of formality. This normalization is the final proof of the title. Fur is not a special occasion item, but a standard component of the city's visual identity. It is seen in every corner of public life, from the most high-end streets to the quietest residential side roads. The final image is a wide shot of a long, straight Milanese avenue as the streetlights flicker on. In the distance, several figures in voluminous coats can be seen moving away from the camera, their shapes identifiable even in the fading light. The texture of the fur is the last thing to remain visible as the silhouettes blur into the shadows of the buildings. This image serves as a summary of everything observed: the scale, the movement, and the undeniable presence of fur in the city's winter landscape. It leaves the viewer with a lasting impression of a city defined by its relationship with this specific material. The street is quiet now, but the evidence of the day's style remains in the memory of the textures that occupied the space. The visual contract is complete.